Hi folks. Well, apparently we're live. Hopefully, I'll just check we're on YouTube. Let's have a look. I'll know in a sec. Yep. I think that's working. Let's just test the volume. Yeah, that's working. So I want to have a look at, gosh, I look tired and very old, but anyway, I don't know why, but it's been a long day. Look like a really old guy today, but never mind. Oh, well, we know why that is, don't we? So let's have a shufty. Where we're up to? One watching, just me. So what I've been very remiss lately. What I want to do is change cameras in a moment, and you'll see just how untidy this room is, which is a shame. It's become a bit of a glory hole, me organising stuff. So, you know, the place where you put all your stuff when you're swapping everything around. So no excuses really, but I've been going through a lot of old stuff. So without further ado, let's have a look at the camera. And what I want to do with this video is well, first of all, I'm going to talk about the journey I've had with the blues. The real aficionado with this is Whiskey. He's really the expert, and he knows so much about the blues. I just feel like a fraud sometimes. But I started in about 1979 playing the guitar. So what I want to talk about today is starting playing the blues. And a lot of guitar teachers tend to talk about put your finger here, put your finger there, guitar. Your Guitar Sage got some great lessons. Guitar Pilgrim is just my favorite at the moment. He talks about feel, and that's the sort of lesson I tend to like. But that's for me. I'm trying to develop my expressive part. So really, this lesson is going to be for beginners, an absolute beginner. So I'm only going to be on for about half an hour to 40 minutes or so because I've got a live stream I want to watch. So what I'd like to talk about is my journey with the blues, and also where I would recommend starting with just generally playing the guitar. Everybody's got a different starting point. But with these streams, I'm going to start trying to do on a Sunday or a Saturday, whatever day it turns out to be, just to look at how you might want to progress by using some of the things I've used when I've been teaching people the guitar from the beginning. Now, once you've got a certain level, you can ignore me and go to some real experts like I said, Guitar Sage, Your Guitar Pilgrim, Justin Sanderco, Marty Schwartz, the list goes on and on. Who else is there? There's all kinds of stuff, but the basics are the same. So now, in order to tune your guitar, I recommend you get one of those little clip things, a Snark or your phone. My phone's got a Fender. I think Fender do a free download basic guitar tuner. So I'll just... That'll do. Now, to remember the names of the strings, which isn't vital, but I'll give you them anyway. The two end ones, top and bottom, they're both E. So I always like to think E for end. They're both the note E. Now, going downwards, the second string here, I'm going to change cameras just to do this with you because I have the technology now. I'm going to change cameras. Okay. So this string, this one that's moving, let's have a look. This string is the A string. and this is the D string. So if you think of Anno Domini, year of our Lord, you'll basically get that, won't you? Hang on a minute. So this is the A string. This is the D string. So end, E for end, then Anno Domini, then G, B, Great Britain. If I do it further up the neck, you'll see better. So Great Britain. So E for end, Anno Domini, Great Britain. E for end again. So if we've got either, so you've got IE, either end, and then Anno Domini, Great Britain going down. So those are the names of the strings. Now, it's all well and good aspiring to and all this, well, that sounded tragic, but all this stuff, when in actual fact, the basic thing to start is, where do you put your thumb? It's your thumb position that controls what your hand will do. So looking at it from the camera, you really need to think about your hand. If you take a flat hand, curve it, you end up with making a U. Now that will drop the neck into, let me just shift the camera about. That's a bit better there. That a bit better. You can see all the crap at the back, but never mind. If I just move back a little. Okay, so we've got this. So what you want is your finger being able to squeeze the first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. So you can do this. Okay? Now, if all you need to do without any pressure is to be able to do that up and down the neck. So all I'm doing is this. That's all I'm doing. And that really will do for the first lesson, but I'll just add on to it. So the first thing you want to be able to do is that. Don't even think about playing. Practice that, because you'll find that your wrist does this, your wrist does that. You'll find it awkward. You've got to physically position the guitar. So the best lesson is to just do that, what I call the bite. Now, added to that, you also need to make sure that you only use the fingertips, not the pads. Okay, these ends, the finger ends, not the finger pads. Don't use these, use the finger ends, the fingertips. Now that's sort of obvious, because if you watch a guitar player, but when you get later on, that rule will change a little bit. So you'll end up with this. Now I'm quite clearly using the pad, but that's not where we want to be to start. I'm going to change back cameras now, because the jerkiness of this is doing me head in. Let's just go back to the other camera, which I think has got a better response. Okay, yeah, that's a lot better. So we've got this grip with the hand, and we're doing a bite motion. I think that's better color as well, isn't it? Oh, that's altogether better. So we're biting the neck like so. So now this hand's going to be hitting the strings, but we'll leave that for now. So that's what I'm aiming to do. Now then the next step up is trying to use your thumb. You're trying to do this motion, but with the neck, a biting motion. Doesn't matter where on the neck. So top string, second, third, fourth, fifth. So that's the top string. They call it, that is the top string, believe it or not. It's not the physical top, it's the note top. So this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And move it around the neck. Once you've got them in a line, you can try different angles. Don't apply any pressure whatsoever. You're just trying to keep your wrist straight and your fingers moving. Because if you look, you can still do this up and down the neck. And I'm not actually applying any pressure. If you're squeezing hard, you can't move. So we're trying to be really gentle. Now, we're not playing any music, but, you know, we're trying to do this properly. So once you've got that, you won't have any of this thumb over the top. Now, yes, that is a proper technique for later. But for now, we need the thumb opposing so that we've got this C shape. Hang on, C shape. And we're biting the guitar. Okay. Next step on is to use any finger to finger a note. Okay, so if I put my thumb at the back and I pick my middle finger, and I'm going to put my fingers in between the frets. Now, if I'm on this string, I'm going to pick this string. If I'm on this string, I'm going to pick this string. If I'm on this string, I'll pick this string. If I'm on the bottom string, I'll pick the bottom string. Okay, so that's sort of obvious. So if I start with a plectrum and I go, I'm in between the frets. Can you see that? And my thumb's at the back applying pressure, and I'm using the fingertip. So I'm going to try that with this finger, this finger, this finger, and this finger. Now that one will be difficult. Stick to the first two fingers for now. Just stick to these two. Now, as you apply enough pressure, you'll find that as you might get this. You might get that. And as you increase the pressure, it will buzz. Can you feel that buzz? And it becomes clear. If I do it further up here, you see that? So that's the first thing you can do. Now, if you practice that, your next step up is really putting your finger on and taking it off. Then the next finger. Or start with it on. Now that you'll find difficult. This you'll find straightforward. And by this stage of playing, you'll be... Now, I don't expect you to play anywhere near that speed. So let me just show you the real speed to start. Let's take the plectrum out of it, because that's another skill we need to talk about. We'll just use our thumb to pick the top string. Now, you don't have to use your nail, just the thumb. And it doesn't have to be hard either. Just like you're picking your nose, okay? And I don't mean picking it, I mean scratching it, you know. To people I teach the guitar to, I always try to suggest that you're stroking a cat's ear. If you do it really hard, the cat will bite you, so will the string, it'll cut you. So now at this end, I'm trying to put my finger in between the nut and the fret. You don't play on the fret, you play in between, and not the pad, playing the fingertip. Okay, now the other fingers need to be gathered near it. Okay, so I'm just using the fingertip. You don't want this. You don't want this either. You want them all gathered together, comfortable, relaxed, and put your finger on there. You might end up at an angle. Try and keep underneath. We're trying to keep that wrist straight. You'll notice it's dead straight. It's not cocked back. As soon as it goes into that position, this will touch the neck. Your arm will ache. You'll never play. So, thumb on the back, fingers nice and comfortable. Using my thumb, and I'm applying pressure till I can play a note. And if you've got that, that's enough to start. Okay, so we've made the C, kept our wrist straight. We've practiced the thumb on each finger, just gently, no pressure. We've tried biting the guitar neck at different angles, keeping the wrist straight and relaxed. No pressure with the biting. We're using the fingertips, the thumb opposing, and now we've got that comfortable position, and we're naturally using the first finger to fret the first note, and then you can try it with your middle finger. Just stick to the two fingers for now. You'll see why later. Okay, so just to leave you, I'm going to have a bit of my own practice, so let's see what I can come up with. Now, you will see my thumb over the top. And you'll be going, well, you told me to keep it down. Keep it down for now. Don't want to see that thumb over the top till you're well ready, till you're really ready. Okay, well, that's a start. Next time we will have a look at the first few notes and the first maybe even chord. Okay, well, I'm off to make something to eat. Then I'm in preparation for my my good friend Whiskey's live stream on his other channel. I'll hope you're okay, and I'll speak to you later. Take care, gents, and do practice. Keep playing. Do play.